Hey, what's going on, guys? Sorry, my hair's a mess. But we're live again with another video. Today, we're going to be talking about the match review of Atalanta versus Arsenal, all the way away in Italy, in Bergamo. David Raya, double save, is probably the headline today. Raya saves the Gunners in Bergamo. Arsenal make it away from Italy, back on the road to Manchester now for the weekend with no further casualties, with a draw. And before this game started, yesterday in my preview, I told you guys if you were to give me a draw before kickoff, I would have taken it and ran away. Atlanta are no team to mess around with. They did give us a hard time, and it was hard to break them down. I think today's performance was painful to watch, especially Thomas Partey today. I mean, giving away a penalty. But David Raya, of course, the man of the match, saving Mario Ratugi's penalty and denied the rebound. So double save from David Raya in the second half. And finally, once again, David Raya is getting his praise for the Arsenal in goal. Big up, Jordan. Thanks for joining. I didn't tell anyone I was going live. So if you are watching on Twitter, big up to you. I'll just be doing a quick discussion of my player ratings for the Arsenal away first leg of the new Champions League format to Atalanta. As you guys know, we talked about yesterday in the preview. I did say look out for Adamola Lookman, Ratugi, and I also mentioned former Chelsea player Zappacosta. Today's performance was no walk in the park. It wasn't easy at all, and for us to get out of there with a draw, I'll take it. There is a lot more Champions League campaign games to be played. I know today's performance was not easy, and we struggled in Bergamo to break down their attack, and we struggled to finish in the final third the chances that we had created. Martinelli, especially, I thought this was going to be the game where, come on, Martinelli, you can get a goal, you can score, it will boost your confidence. But it's not just the fact that he's shot for confidence. It's his first touch. I don't know who has a first touch, who has a worse first touch. Thomas Partey, the 40-year-old, or Martinelli at this point, and he's just a shadow of himself. It's really painful to see him in this way, completely a shadow of himself and what he's known to be, so electric, and so powerful before the Martinelli we know. So I think Raya, what we'll say in this watch along is he was our ray of hope in this game with the double head save. He kept us in this game. I am going to go through the player ratings, but we'll go through the lineups first and foremost. Guys, our predicted 11s, pretty much my predicted 11 was completely somewhat wrong. I said Calafiori over Timber. I was wrong there. I also said Jesus on the bench. So I had Havertz, Saka, and Sterling / Martinelli. I was wrong with that. Jesus started today. I don't think he showed of any quality today, but mind you, the other players as well. Regardless of the strong starting 11, we failed to deliver in the second half. I think we were worse off. The first half, we started off well. We were first to every challenge. We were first to every through ball. And we started off strong. I think in the second half, we looked really poor. We were having a lot of misplaced passes and struggling in the second half. I think Atlanta was trying to catch us on the counter attack quite easily. And then, notably, as we talked about, David Raya's double save to keep Ratugi away denied from goal twice. So that's probably the highlight of this game. But other than that, it was probably more entertaining watching paint dry, if I'm being honest with you. Hi, Sean. Thanks for joining. I didn't tell anyone I was going live. So if you are here watching on YouTube, please put that like button. I am on the road to 9,000 subscribers. I'm almost at 9,000 subscribers. And yeah, we're looking forward to grow this channel more and hopefully reach 10K. Big milestone for me and the channel. It's been 4 years since I created the channel, so I love talking about Arsenal, as do you guys who watch my channel. Share your thoughts of the game. Right away into the game, I'm going to go to my player ratings. David Raya, probably a 9 out of 10 for me. He was Arsenal's hero, ray of hope, as we would say. He had very little work to do. Other than the double save, I don't think he had hard work to do. He was pretty good in goal, safe hands, as you can say. And I think today was actually David Seaman's birthday, which is the real safe hands. But David Raya is someone else we can count on with safe hands. So for me, he gets a 9 out of 10. Ben White today, I think he had a hard night against Adamala Lukman. Some parts of the second half he was struggling, and it kind of showed that he was struggling against Lookman on a one-on-one challenges. But I think Lookman also struggled against Saliba. Saliba at one point turned over Lookman and outran him, so bullied him essentially. So Saliba, um, his ball recovery against Lookman in the second half was something I'll note. I'm gonna give Saliba a 7.5 out of 10. He didn't have it all on his own way against Ratugi, who held up the ball well, but Saliba didn't have trouble with being a threat in behind. I think he did really well up against Adamola Lookman in the second half, just like I mentioned earlier on. Gabriel, for me, gets a 7 out of 10. I don't think he had much to do. He just did the basics, cleaning up, and no issues defending the box. Both of them, their partnership, we talk about a lot of the times, but Gabriel is someone that rarely gets his flowers, and I'm so glad in the North London Derby, he was the one to give us the goal and to get his flowers, to get more credit to his name. Also, I did talk about yesterday in my preview for Atlanta that Gabriel Magalhaes' contract extension is being discussed. Um, and Jurian Timber today at left back. I said in my preview I wish he could have been rested for Sunday, but he did get through 70 minutes just fine in Bergamo. He won most of his duels, and I don't really think he did well possession wise. Charlie said he wants to join. Big up Anthony Herbert. Anthony, I love that show that you do with Tony, West Ham fan Tony. Big up to him. Big up Miss Melina. Raya saved the day. We had nothing going forward, but I got to say both teams were poor in my opinion. Yeah, Anthony, I expected more from Atlanta. I know they were solid defensively, but other than that Ratugi chance, there wasn't necessarily clear cut chances. I know there was one chance where they hit the bar, but we also had chances from Martinelli, two chances, and Sterling. When Sterling came on, I want to join and talk about the game. All right, Charlie. I was just gonna do it by myself, but sure. I've just seen my phone now. Guys, I think for the Man City game, we might be seeing a similar starting 11. Honestly, as we explained yesterday, Odegaard is going to be out injured, unavailable until most likely November, which would be the next international break, the next time we have to deal with an international break. Um, I think one of the worst players on the pitch today for us, and no disrespect to the uncle, but Thomas Partey was really, really poor. His legs were completely gone. And the sequence that led to the penalty incident was just so sloppy display. He kept losing possession of the ball. And I was surprised that he was still on the pitch for that long of the game. Finally, he was subbed off for Jorginho. I think Jorginho was just a bit better than him, but with Jorginho, you don't get paid. So that's another problem. HJ90, big up to you. Raya has been the best in the world this season. Zayn Hanif, most likely Jorginho starts for Partey against Man City. Well, Jorginho was rested today, so I can see him starting against Man City. I think, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but Thomas Partey, in any of the clubs he's ever played for, has never played 3 consecutive games in a row. And this is probably the longest he's ever played without getting injured, knock on wood. I know he was 4 today. His legs were completely shot for. And for me, he gets a 4 out of 10. And that's being generous, to be honest. Declan Rice, of course, back in the side after serving his suspension for Brighton game. I know it's an entirely different competition, so cards don't carry over. He won his headers in the first half, but didn't really have much to do. He wasn't dominant with duels. In the second half, I felt Atlanta did have more in the half space than what he's normally used to safeguarding. Havertz today for me was also a 6 out of 10. Havertz had a lot of work to do. in possession. I think he did well in terms of winning his duels, but it wasn't his best in terms of taking his chances. And like Jose said, it was the final third. Anthony also mentioned the production and going forward. It's the final third that this game was completely boring. It was like watching paint dry. Um, and to get out of Bergamo with no injuries, I think that's the big relief. And only 5 teams out of 18 away teams won in the Champions League this week. No excuses. I'm not making an excuse for the game. It's just a stat. As you guys saw, Man City and Inter Milan. Man City drew with Inter Milan at the Etihad, and we played Man City on the weekend away from home. Did we do well? Sean, to be very honest with you, it was a poor performance. It was like watching paint dry. I think watching paint dry maybe would have been more entertaining. Big up to Garvin, my brother, my Chelsea brother. Check out Garvin's channel, GFC Garvin, and Jerry Z. Big up to my Chelsea brothers. Really good content on their channels. Gabriel Jesus as captain, not a captain performance from him. Yeah, Jesus was the captain today, and in the North London Derby, it was Jorginho. I think on the weekend it is going to be Jorginho, but time will tell. Moss, big up to Moss. We did the watch along earlier today. Draw away in Champions League format and win all matches at home. I agree with you. To get a draw today was still a good result. I'm not complaining. Winning the game would have been excellent, but like I said yesterday in my preview, getting a draw is still good, especially considering it's just the beginning of the Champions League. I'm keeping the faith that there's some tough fixtures coming on. We do have the domestic cup games as well. This month is fixtures pile up, so hopefully do our best. Um, I did mention the lineups early on. I think for the City game, maybe we see Timber rested for Calafiori. Calafiori was back in training earlier this week. And Marino, as I mentioned yesterday, if you guys saw the stream yesterday, he's no longer having the sling on his arm. So hopefully we can see Marino have a debut for Arsenal in one of these Premier League games. But I don't think they're going to rush him back. There was rumors that he was carrying that injury from the Euros. I'm not sure how far that's true, but let's continue with the player ratings. And now we're going to move on to the forwards. This was the worst position on the pitch. Bukayo Saka, I don't even think he did much. I think he helped Ben White a lot. Ben White didn't look like the usual Ben White, and he's very good right back. In my opinion, he's quite underrated, Ben White. Gabriel Jesus was captain tonight, and I don't think he took the responsibility of a captain tonight. I think a lot of the times he got bullied by Atlanta's back line. He struggled to combine throughout, and the sub of Gabriel Jesus and Partey, I was crying out loud for it on Moss's watch along to bring on Ethan Waneri, bring on Sterling. And I know Sterling came on later in the game, but I don't think he also made a big impact in the game. Martinelli, after failing to get into the game at all, a late chance, 2 late chances he had. And it's just he's shot for confidence. His first touch on the ball was terrible. I don't know what's happened to Martinelli. As I mentioned earlier, he just looks like a shadow of himself. And for me, he also gets a 4 out of 10. Jorginho, so now we're going to the bench. Uncle Jorginho came out for Partey. He got a 5 out of 10. I think he was just a little bit better than Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey gave away the penalty. Trossard, I know Trossard's uncle was one of the officials today. I'm just saying that he's just a lookalike. But Trossard for me gets a 5 out of 10. Calafiori, I think he did good when he came on. He was one of the better players in the bunch, and for me, he gets a 6.5 out of 10. And Sterling for me gets a 6 out of 10. Sterling also had a very good chance in the second half. If he had put that away, that would have been goal of the game, and we would have won the game. Raya spoke today at full time, and he said the double save with the penalty and the rebound was one of the top 3 saves in his entire career as a goalkeeper. So completely underrated from David Raya. Um, I'll get to your comments shortly, guys. The goal difference will just be as important as points with this new format. Teams may be equal on points and Moss out to goals. Yeah, miss out on goals. Only 2 days recovery will be pretty crazy for Arsenal. Yeah, City were at home, and City didn't have to travel at all. So City now are managing another home fixture to Arsenal. Arsenal now, after traveling to Italy, we have to travel to Manchester, and then we're back at home. It will be Bolton in the cup, which will be the next game, the first cup game. I mentioned this yesterday to the Red members who watch my channel. If you're struggling to get tickets for Premier League or Champions League games, trust me, I know how hard it is. I've been a Red member and I've gone through of the many tiers of not winning a ballot. This cup game and these cup games this season, for as long as Arsenal are in the cup competition this season, is the easier tickets to get to, as I mentioned, because a lot of season ticket holders opt out of the cup games, and it's more allocation to Red members. They're able to get their hands on tickets, especially when season ticket holders, most of them don't go. Keep in mind it is a midweek game, but those of you who are struggling to go to games, I get a lot of messages from people. Mel, how can I get tickets? How can I get tickets? I even got a comment yesterday. How can I get Champions League away tickets? Unfortunately, Champions League away tickets are based on a point system, and in order to get loyalty points, you have to go to away games, which is quite stupid, but that's how Arsenal do things. And um, it's based on loyalty tier system. Sometimes when it doesn't sell out, they make the loyalty points to zero. Like Atalanta dropped to zero today, and Bayern Munich away last season, which I went to, dropped down to 3 points, I believe, when it was previously at 8 when it first was open to season ticket holders. What was the attendance tonight? I don't know, Sean. Good question. I know the away fans, it's quite limited, the section that they get in Atlanta. And BX says we can't roll up to the San Siro like that. That's one of my bucket list stadiums. One of my dream stadiums to go to is the San Siro. I would love to be there to at the San Siro and to see Lautaro Martinez live. He is such a talented player for Inter Milan. I don't watch Argentina a lot. I can't stand them. The way they cheated their way against Canada in the Copa America, they can piss off. But I'm proud of my country, Canada. They're still shining, and we have an academy developing with the under 21 Copa. Big up to Moss. We covered the Copa America. I'm gonna add Charlie now, and we're just gonna discuss his thoughts of the game, the first half and the second half performance. Welcome to the panel, Charlie. Sorry, I'm just gonna add you. Um, Hopefully, I get my visuals right. I just made this today, so everything.
I like that. It's good. Good
Flex
background.
have to Flex. I don't know if he's gonna watch this on the replay, but Flex helped me out on how to make new graphics. So I was testing this out earlier today, and it looked quite good. And most of all, it was easy to make. So Canva, guys, is a very good platform.
It is. Yeah.
But anyway, back to the game, guys. Charlie, 0-0. Arsenal away to Atlanta. Um,
Yeah.
Jorginho back in Italy tonight, and Ray of Hope in Bergamo. What did you make of the performance, Charlie? I know we were texting during the game.
Well, result wise, it isn't the end of the world. I don't think it's a bad result. It is a tough place to go to. Then they are the Europa League winners. So drawing away at Atalanta ain't the end of the world. Um, I'm not too disappointed with the result, to be honest. But I thought the performance weren't that great
Yeah,
tonight. I thought first half it wasn't too bad. I generally thought first half weren't that bad, especially in some spells. But I thought the second half was pretty poor, to be honest. Do you know what I mean? I thought second half was not great. We
I
gave
think the way we started, Charlie, we were first to every through ball.
Yeah, we
We
started
were first
well.
to the ball. We were first to making passes. Our passes were good, tidy. The second half, we're losing the ball. We're misplaced
Couldn't
passes.
keep the
It
ball.
just
Yeah.
looked like a lackluster, and it looked like we had no sense of urgency to win the game,
No, yeah, it looked like we were happy with the draw.
playing for a draw, which is
But
fine.
David Raya, oh my word, this guy's phenomenal.
Oh my
What
God,
a keeper.
incredible. And it's
What a
Ratugi.
save.
Ratugi is a great player. I know Josh always talks about his boy Ratugi, but for him to be denied not just the penalty, but also the rebound, Charlie, my heart went in my mouth. That was incredible.
Brilliant. look, the first save from the penalty, decent, but the second save
The
from the
rebound, yeah.
rebound is just world class.
Hoyan, big up to Hoyan, Inter Milan fan. I really hope I get to go to the San Siro to watch Lautaro and to watch my team rip you guys apart in San
Well, we're
Siro.
gonna need to play better in these big European away games because last
Yeah,
three,
Inter Milan are sharp. You guys did well, Hoyan,
yeah,
against Man City to get a draw at the Etihad. Um,
yeah.
Thanks for your support, Hoyan. I'm still scouting Inter, man. You guys have some good players. You have our Canadian boy as well. Um, yeah, man. If we play like that against Inter, we're not gonna get a result.
No,
Uh,
you're right.
it's gonna be
Yeah,
a
look,
long night, you know.
the
I think
rebounds.
Raya, he kept us in the game today,
Yeah,
Charlie. I think that would have been a stupid party giving away a penalty like that. He knows better. He's a senior player, you know.
the rebound save from Raya, sorry, was just incredible. The penalty save is decent. Yeah, it's a decent stop. It's a good save,
Yeah,
but the rebound's incredible, man. What a save! The way he leaps across the goal is incredible.
incredible. He just launched his whole body across the
Yeah,
goal.
he's been phenomenal this season. He's been absolutely
Crazy. He's been so
brilliant
good.
this season. He's
And
been our best player this
I
season.
know a lot of people were upset when we sold Ramsdale, when we got rid of Ramsdale, but you know, you can see the upgrade from Raya,
Yeah.
from Ramsdale to Raya. It's a significant upgrade. Um, and Raya proved himself why he should be number one keeper with these are the kind of clutch moments you want to have, and today it wasn't the penalty save. Maybe people can already seen the penalty saves against Porto. We watched it live, but to see that double save moment is incredible, and the amount of focus you have to do that. I think even Courtois, one of the best keepers in the world, might not be able to do that, or Mike Mignon. We talked about who's the other guy, Xavi Simon. uh, Incredible keepers. um uh Sorry,
Oh, Unai Simon. Oh
Unai
yeah.
Simon. Yeah, Unai Simon, the other keeper. It's a French keeper or Dutch?
Unai Simon.
Yeah, it's a Spanish
He's
keeper.
Spanish. Yeah, he
Spanish
speaks.
keeper Unai
Yeah,
Simon and Raya. Well, two of the best keepers. Raya started for Spain the last game, and he's
yeah.
proving himself. He's showing why he deserves to be the number one goalkeeper at Arsenal. And as Hoyan says, Raya is unbelievable. Yeah, that was incredible.
David
Um,
Raya.
Unai Simon and Raya. Yeah, Spain.
David Raya. David Raya. What a keeper, man. I might even get a goalie shirt. I haven't got any on.
Oh man, Charlie,
Yeah.
that black goalkeeper kid is to die for, man. That kid is
I
incredible.
might get a David Raya shirt. I need to get the
They
gloves
have the
back
nice
on.
white trim on the collar. I'm wearing my training top from a few seasons ago
I
today.
used to be. I used to be a goalkeeper,
This
and
is
got.
a Samyang training top when we had a
I
big
I
game.
used to play in goal, and I can tell you that's such a good save. The way he's got
Yeah,
across the goal, the way he's got up, yeah, and then got across the goal
and it's
is
Ratugi.
incredible.
Ratugi is a good player, so everybody, it's good. Raya, safe hands on David
Yeah,
Seaman's birthday. The real safe hands. Nippon says, "What did Thomas Partey think he was
he
doing?"
was poor
Oh,
tonight.
he was piss poor, Nippon. I gave him a 4, and that was being generous. I
Yeah,
think he should have been subbed off earlier, to be honest, Charlie, and bring on Jorginho sooner. But like I said earlier, I don't think Jorginho was much better than him to begin with. How much possession did we have? 46% possession we had in the game. Um, and 11 fouls committed, one yellow card for Atlanta. Can we talk about Charlie? My boy William Saliba bodied Ademola Lookman in the second half.
yeah. I was on.
Incredible. He put his body out there, very physical, Saliba, and that was nice to see him.
I was on True Gooner's stream. We were going through the player ratings, and I thought, yeah, Saliba was good tonight. Yeah, Saliba was solid. I
Yes,
thought first half, yeah, we weren't that bad. I was actually at half time. I thought, you know what, we're doing all right here. We started the game all right, but the second half was
yeah,
poor.
the second half was we just looked like we didn't have any urgency or sense of creating in the final third. I think the players that tried to create, like Martinelli before he was subbed off, I mean, his first touch, I just mentioned it earlier on in my show, Charlie, when I did the player ratings. was that his first touch is fist four. I don't know how we're gonna find a tune out of him. I really hope he gets his confidence back. And I thought today would be a game where if he started, this is a game where Martinelli's gonna perform
Oh,
and
Martinelli's confidence
get
dropped,
something
man.
right. Saliba got
Poor
10
finish. Poor finish.
striker. Um,
You've got to score. You've got to hit the target from there.
Big
You
up
got
Flicks. Thanks for joining. Luca, I'm going to wrap up the stream, to be honest with you. I just wanted to do a quick match reaction of the game,
to be
more
up
like
to
a
speed.
preview of the
Well,
game. No ranting from me and no spamming links
nah,
from me either. I didn't
nah,
tell anyone I was going live. I just put
nice. You
it
did
live.
it. Of all people's live.
Yeah, no excuses. He spammed my WhatsApp with links.
Yeah, nah, look.
Aman Singh says Martinelli is playing like he is panicking. He needs to start flexing again. Um, I think Flix wants you to go live for FIFA, maybe. Charlie, other than that, I mean, the next Champions League game we have, I hope to be there at PSG at home on the 1st of October. Um, if I can't go to this game, I really hope I can go to Italy for the San Siro. I think I'd pay big money to go to the San Siro. I know they were gonna expand the stadium, but I think it's called off now, or they're not gonna
I
do
don't
the
think it's getting
expansion.
knocked down just yet. But
San Siro, they were supposed to expand it, but
I'm not sure. I ain't sure.
and I know everything gonna get knocked out in the
Yeah,
season.
Everton. Everton's my ground I need to go to.
Yeah, before they get
And
knocked out.
if you offered me the chance to go to Real Madrid's
How
ground
much
or
do you pay to travel to games? I'm a season ticket holder this season, so um I haven't been to a lot of games yet. I've been just to Wolves so far because of work, but
yeah,
I really
she's
want
been
to go to.
she's
I really
been to a
want
couple
to go
of
to the San
games.
Siro. It would be incredible.
Yeah, she's been to
Imagine me in
quite a
Italy. Holy, I can't imagine myself in Italy.
She's been to quite a few games the last few seasons, but this year only one. But if you offered me a chance to go to Real Madrid, yeah, just for a game or
Yeah.
ever or
Oh,
ever,
to Bernabeu, yeah. And
yeah.
they renovated it.
If you offered me,
Also, sorry, Charlie, before you finish,
yeah,
Atlanta, no Skamaka because he was injured, but in Europa League, just in April, Europa League, Liverpool lost to Atlanta 3-0
yeah,
with Skamaka and that Pasalic. We were talking about that Pasalic earlier in the game. Hopefully, I'm
Canada,
not butchering his name, but he's a great player for them.
yeah.
And of course, everybody knows how good Adamala Lukman is, Ratugi. So for us to get a draw out of them, it's not the worst result, and it is.
No, result wise, it's not too bad, but performance wise, I think we could have played better. But
Yeah, it was.
defensively, defensively we were solid again. Yeah, I thought defensively we were good, but going forward we lacked creativity and we were a bit toothless, to be honest. I must admit, especially second half. But yeah, no, like you said, if you offer me a chance to go to the Real Madrid like ground just for a normal game, like a La Liga game, or you said, oh, I could go to Everton, Arsenal, at Goodison, I'd pick Everton, Arsenal because I really want to go to Goodison. That's my dream
Yeah,
ground this year.
Citizen Park.
Yeah, because it's
Here
getting
in the
knocked down.
UK, though, no, I don't live there, but I go there a lot.
Because it's
Usually
getting knocked down.
once
That's
before.
why I can visit the Bernabeu in the next few years.
Rategi, yeah, that's right, Rategi. Sorry,
Yeah, Italian. So
Rategi.
now, look, result wise, it's all right. If we can beat PSG, tough game by the way. 4 points from six.
So
Like
this
Bob said,
weekend,
win our games at home, get a couple of draws, and
that
maybe
win our games at home, that's the big,
yeah.
and that's where the atmosphere comes to play a lot. This weekend, Charlie, big game this weekend, Man City.
Oh no.
I'm gonna be doing a preview tomorrow, Charlie. Before we wrap up the stream, I got two things to ask you. What's your lineup for Man City? First
Ooh.
question.
um. All right. Oh, let me think.
You
Darren
gotta
Raya
think
in
about the
goal.
goalkeeper. Come on, Charlie.
Oh no, I've got to go through the goalkeeper. In
Charlie
goal.
Blackford.
In goal will be Neto. No, I'm joking. In goal, David Raya, obviously. Right back, Ben White. That's pretty obvious. Saliba and Gabriel, obviously. Left back.
Calafiori, Timber, Kivior.
Yeah, it's between Timber and Calaflori. I'll go left back, Timber.
Timber stays. Okay.
I'd go with Jorginho and Rice. And then I'd go right mid. I'd go Saka. Up front would be Kai Havertz. Left mid would be
Sterling.
left mid would be Sterling, and probably in the 10 would be Trossard. But Ethan Noel, I tell you what, this guy, if he started on Sunday, I wouldn't be against it. And I know
I
people
would
say,
like
"Oh,
Ethan to start on Sunday. My predicted 11. I know this will not be the 11 Arteta does,
I
but
wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't be against it."
I have
Sure.
Raya in goal, Calafiori left back, Gabriel Saliba, um, Timber right back, Calafiori left back, um, Party DM, Rice and Noeri
Yeah,
partnership.
Ethan Noel. Wow.
Sterling left wing, Havertz up front, Saka right wing, Jesus on the bench. I know Timber right wing, Calafiori left back, Timber right back, sorry. I'm okay with Ben White too, but I know Ben White played a full 90 today. Um and Timber also played full 90 today. That's why I'm gonna put Calafiori left back and Timber right back, but I'm open to Ben White keeping his place.
The thing is, yeah, me and Rory were saying on Josh's channel, we need to give City something else to think about. I think defensively, yeah, on Sunday, I think we'll be very deep. Um, I think what I want to see from Arsenal on Sunday is be a bit more braver, and
Moss did the same lineup like you. Raya, White, Saliba,
apart
Gabriel,
from Partey, yeah,
Timber, Party, Rice, Trossard,
yeah.
Sterling,
On
Saka,
Sunday,
up front.
I think I don't mind us sitting deep, yeah, because we're good at doing that. We're good at defending. But
Yes,
I want to see us on the counter attack, a bit more creativity, give them something to think about, and be a bit more of a threat. And I think if we can do that, we can get a result at the Etihad. But it's going to be tough. Yeah, Saliba and Gabriel, I'm confident in them too. Stopping Erling Haaland, yeah, Erling Bronk Haaland, the robot, the Norwegian robot, who's in great form.
I
We
don't know
need
if
to.
you saw the news, Charlie. Sorry to interrupt you. There
Yeah, no.
was reports that their captain, Kevin De Bruyne, might not be available. But I think it's just mind games
Yeah,
from
he'll be back.
Guardiola.
He'll be
He
back.
was fine. It was just a slight knock. He's not injured, like a major injury. That,
He'll
like
be back.
compared to our captain, who's unavailable until
It's a
November,
big loss.
it's
We
being
look.
reported.
We
We
lack so
lost
much creativity
our
without
best
Odegaard.
players, and we're having to make adjustments without him. But
Yep.
Arteta is doing the best he can. Today, you
Yeah.
saw the Champions League squad. He did the best he can. Um, I said there was reports. Listen carefully. I said there was reports that he was out, and I
Yeah.
said I don't believe it. It's just
Yeah.
mind games because it was just a slight knock.
This
You
is the thing, though.
your ears before you type.
This is the thing. If Kevin De Bruyne is out, they can bring in. If they,
Lindemann, Foden,
yeah.
the bench player
Oh,
are
not
just as good as
Foden.
the start.
Oh no, I didn't even realise I've got him, and they could bring in Bernardo Silva as well in
Yeah.
that. So
Gundogan came on yesterday and Foden for them against Inter Milan.
Rodri's back as well.
And Rodri was also Rodri. Yeah, exactly. So we got to play our best and put what we can our best forward. Just like Moss said in the comments, I want to talk about this kid, Ethan Waneri. Do you think Ethan Waneri will get any minutes in the Man City game away from home?
I wouldn't actually be against him starting. I personally I wouldn't actually start him, but if he did start, I wouldn't be annoyed about it because I think the guy's got good technical quality, and I think you know what I mean. He he'd have a point to prove against City, and I feel like he's that type of guy that could give City something different to think about. But I think if he don't start, he needs to come off the bench.
I know people were saying that, oh, Ethan Waneri for the Tottenham game is a big game. He's not ready to start this game, but to see him come off the bench for Man City, I wouldn't be against it. I wouldn't mind it, and I think we'll put up a strong draw away to City. Sterling needs to play, says Bargav. Big up Bargav.
Yep.
Um, Moss says best defense around. Well done, Arteta. 100%.
Yeah. One goal in 5 games we conceded. Defensively, I think we're doing really well. We're well structured, well organised, hard to break down. that's the good thing about
They're very
Arsenal. Actually,
solid
in
defensively.
yeah, in these big games, it's not always pretty to watch. Yeah, we're not always at our most fluent going forward, but defensively at least we can shut the teams out. That's a positive to take from tonight. We were good defensively. I know we conceded a penalty, but Partey, it was a stupid foul. But great saves by Raya.
Thank
But
God Raya kept us in the game.
yeah, yeah, Raya literally won us that point tonight.
Our ray of hope, David Raya.
Yeah,
That should be the title of my video.
it is, Chris. It is. Yeah,
That's
you're right.
probably the main takeaway from this game, folks, is David Raya, safe hands.
I support two teams that are brilliant defensively, man. So I'm happy with the defense of both
Yeah, today's
teams.
a Patriots game tonight. I don't think I'm gonna watch it. I can't stand the Patriots, Moss.
Yeah, my other team, Stevenage. I'm promoting Stevenage. We've conceded 3 goals in 5 games in the league, and Arsenal have only conceded 1 goal in 5 games in all competitions. So yeah, that's all I need to say on that.
So I want to read what Gasparini said on the game tonight at full time. He said, "We faced a very tough team in Arsenal, difficult to overcome, but we didn't convene much to them." Which basically means we didn't really lose anything to them. A draw is a good result, just like how we're saying on the panel today. And he
Yeah.
acknowledged how good Arsenal are. Yes, there is an international break next month in well, it's in November, I believe. Time
October,
to the
middle of
Spurs are ones.
October,
I don't like either of those teams.
middle of October.
Oh,
There is.
middle of October, next
Yeah,
international break.
I
Okay,
believe after
thought it was in
Leicester.
November.
Is it? Is it? Is it Southampton first or is it Leicester first? You know that run of games.
Southampton.
Okay, so after Leicester international break.
Oh, sorry, it's Leicester first, then Southampton.
Oh, okay, after Southampton then. There's
Bolton, Leicester, PSG in Champions League at home.
Bournemouth is our first game back
Yeah,
after international break,
Bolton.
and then a week after that, I know looking far ahead, Liverpool at home.
Yeah, Liverpool at home. That'll be a good game.
We know too many Liverpool
Um,
fans for that. But
20
yeah.
minutes till the new FIFA 25. Yeah, Steve pre-ordered it. I didn't put a link out, Luke. I just told you I'm wrapping up the stream. Um, soon. So Charlie, big up to you.
Luca,
Please,
you're live on your own channel, mate. I can see. So
please, if you want to shout out your channel, your socials, Charlie. I know you go to games. You also go to Stevenage games. You cover a thread, match day thread on your Twitter. Charlie Temple 17.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Charlie Temple 17 on Twitter. Yeah, I only really retweet stuff and post the games that I go to. I do a thread of every game I've been to, 24-25 season.
Yes.
Uh and on YouTube it's FDT. Gaming streams. Probably not one tonight, unfortunately, because I need to download FC25. But there will be one tomorrow night, about 10-11 o'clock. The first stream of the new game, FC25, a new era, another game. But yeah, I'm on other people's channels as well. And yeah, look, it wasn't a great game to watch, pretty boring, but the result weren't that bad. But the performance wasn't amazing. But
Agree with this.
City is the big one, man. And I just hope we can be a bit more better going forward in that game.
Yes, Charlie. Next game is Man City away at the Etihad. Huge game for us. I mean, last season we were able to take points off them with Martinelli scoring against City. Man, I'm praying Sterling scores against his former club. It would be written in the stars, Charlie. And if I was a betting man, that's the bet I would put.
All right, Mel, I'll do that.
Hey, you might win some big money, Charlie. We can even the money out when you win it.
Yeah, go for it, man. Sterling to score. I'll tell you what, it could happen.
It's probably high odds too, you know.
He scored last season for Chelsea against City.
Yeah.
I'd start him because Martinelli, I'm sorry. I'm
Oh
not
no,
starting him.
he needs to be dropped now.
I'd start him against Bolton. I'd start him against Bolton or whatever.
Yeah.
Because Bolton, yeah, I know a bit about Bolton. They're not in good form at the minute. They're literally bottom four of their division. I think they will pick it up in League One, but they've had a poor start. So I think that's a game where he could get his confidence up.
Yeah, Friday night Moss is going live for CFL. Who won man of the match for you? I did talk about it. It's no other
Right,
than David Raya. I think Charlie also said David Raya man of the
right,
match.
what a player.
He was incredible save, and that's the highlight of the stream today. Is our ray of hope, David Raya, kept us in the game, and he
That's
was
David Ryan texting now saying, cheers to
sorry. That's my Chelsea friends texting me. Um,
cheers Gunners for all the support, he'll probably say.
Sterling knows City, knows how they play, so I think he will score. I have Havertz up top. Yes, I agree with you. Havertz up front. Guys, that's it for me. I'm gonna cue the outro, and we'll be live probably tomorrow for a Man City preview. I'm not sure if it's gonna be a live or pre-recorded. I know you guys prefer the live streams because you can interact in the chat and share your views openly, rather than in the comment section on a replay or pre-recorded video. But thanks for all your support, everybody. We'll be live or pre-recorded video. Probably I'll go live tomorrow for Man City preview,
Let me know about that. I can join if you want.
and we'll cover our lineups. We'll cover any injuries. We already talked about the injuries, but we'll cover our thoughts of the game, our game plan, any tactics. And my socials are all Miss Melina, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
Yeah.
I am on the road to 9.
Subscribe to Mel, yeah, on YouTube.
Incredible to be saying this. It's been 4 years of my channel, and I'm really grateful for all of you watching, different parts of the world. Rosie, big up to Rosie. My
Yeah, there are all different parts of the world indeed. You're right.
Rosie don't like Scottish football. Rosie trying to recruit me to support
Yeah.
miserable
Everyone
Rangers women.
subscribe to Mel.
As you guys know, I watch Arsenal ladies and I watch Arsenal Academy games. I quite like it.
Luck to the women on Sunday.
Oh, Rush Match Day Live Saturday. Big up Moss, yeah.
I can
Um,
join Moss actually because Stevenage game's on at half 12. I'm not.
Saturday Go Rush, guys. If you haven't already, this is the last thing I'll say before we close out the show. I know I've said that like twice already. For anyone who does play Fantasy Premier League, my Fantasy Premier League chat code is in the chat. Um, and this right here. If you guys do want to join my league, it is a prize league. So the top two people of my league, there's currently 1,700 people in my league. The top two people at the end of the season will win £10 voucher or of their currency, um,
Let me have a look, see where I am in your league actually.
gift card of their choice. I have been doing this league now for 3 years now. This is the third year it's been running. Um, and yeah, it's good for bragging rights. It's good fun. And
I'm 350th.
well, you're a lot better than me. I think I'm around.
Yeah, and big up to OBC United, who's at top of the league, and
Arsenal Women Super Brew. Need predictions.
Musin Malik as well. Sorry if I said his name wrong. He's
And we are gonna close out the show now. Thanks, Charlie, for joining me today. I'll be live tomorrow for Man City preview. I gotta make
yeah, I'll join.
that, Charlie. Look at me. I sound like Jordan trying to prepare streams for the week.
Well, actually, are you making thumbnails on the stream right now? Because that's what he does.
Thankfully, I give my undivided attention to the paddle and to the
Are you
audience.
putting in other
Guys,
people?
have a wonderful Friday. It is
Right,
Friday
guys.
soon in the UK. Have a great day, everyone. Have a good evening,
Match
wherever
day.
you're watching.
Sunday.
Thanks to everyone who joined live. If you are watching this on the replay, please leave a like and subscribe. Click that red subscribe button after you check out my previous videos. I was live yesterday for an Atalanta preview, and talking about the injuries updates for Arsenal. With that being said, folks, we are going to close out the stream now. Adios. Thanks, everyone. Have a good rest of your evening, and we'll see you tomorrow for the big Man City, or more like the Cheats preview.
Bye, everyone.
Adios, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.